Yo, it's your man, I Do It Barber, back with another haircut tutorial, and today we're doing a slick back with a drop fade. So I'm starting off with my lever slightly open, and I flip the clipper upside down to create the guideline for this drop fade. Now he's coming from a crop haircut, which you could probably see that weight along his parietal ridge, and that came from when I cut a crop on him last time. So he wants to get a slick back. He doesn't want to take anything off the top, but of course I've got to address that weight at the parietal ridge. So now I've got my Slimline Pro LIs, and I'm just balding out that little hair underneath there. Typically I don't use the Slimline Pro LIs to bald out, but seeing how this area is very small, I can do that. I don't recommend you balding out someone with a high bald or mid bald fade using some Slimline Pro LIs. It's good for something like this, or maybe even a taper. Now I've got my Bronze Series 7, and I'm going right underneath the Slimline Pro LIs, just getting it nice and extra bald for him. Now if you see here, I flipped the Slimlines over, and now I'm just going up, just erasing any remnants of that line that I may have left with the shaver. Now in this video I did something different. I used the GoPro Hero 7. I bought a GoPro recently, and I'm using it here in this tutorial just to see and to have you guys get a couple different camera angles, something new for the channel, just to spruce it up. But right here I've got my 3.5 blade on, and I'm just removing bulk just to let you guys know. And now I've got the lever open on my MBs with the wall blade, the wall fade blade, and I'm going up 1 inch, creating a guideline, as you can see right there. Now I know in this tutorial I'm having to actually see this for the first time. This is my first time using the GoPro with the chest harness. I see some things I need to work on with it and readjust it, but once I get it dialed in, I promise you guys are going to see some fun haircut tutorials from me. It'll be a lot easier for me to create more content, because it's just that much easy when you just have a chest harness versus setting up a DSLR and all that stuff. So I'm glad to be back doing a haircut tutorial for you guys. It's been a while. Right now I've got the lever halfway open, and you can see me lightening up that bottom line. You can see it lighten right there, and you'll see it here in a second when I turn him. You can see the difference from when I first created it. It's a faint line there, and then all I'm going to do is lower my level, almost close, and then I'll close it to remove that line. It's a very simple process. I create the line, and then I slowly remove the line. So just watch me work. And stuff's easy. The lower I get in the lever, or the closer I get to closing the adjustables, I use more of the corners because I don't want to create another line. Very simple work, guys. Very simple. Very light pressure. No need to dig. Let the clippers do the work. And bada bing, bada boom, baby. Yeah, I'm excited to give you guys some more content, man. I appreciate everyone for watching. And right now I've got the 2 blade on, and I'm going right underneath where I left off with that 3.5 blade. And I want to say this: I do this thing called I Do It Live, and I Do It Live is where I'll just randomly go live at any point of the day, and I'll do a haircut tutorial. Not a haircut tutorial per se, because I don't want to explain too much, but I do a live haircut, and you guys get to see me watch you get to watch me cut hair in the barbershop in real time, and I answer questions for anyone, and it's very helpful for some people, because during these haircut tutorials you don't really get to see everything, and I'm trying to explain this the best I can, but there's only so much I can do. So before, like right now, I've got the wall half and half guard on with the lever open. Before that, I had the 1.5, and I went right underneath the 2. So right now you can see me lightening that line. Very easy. but I Do It Live is great. So like I say, share the channel, smash that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell, because that's how you will stay notified when I actually do my I Do It Live sessions. Now, last one I did was a drop fade with a comb over, and the one before that, and these were both in the same day, I did a highball taper. The highball taper, I actually went really in depth. The client was really cool about it, and it took a little bit longer, but it was very informative. And you got these videos are on the channel, so you can go back and watch me do these haircuts live. You know, you might not get the same camera quality that you're watching this haircut tutorial, but it's pretty good quality to see what I'm doing, especially if you're a visual learner and you don't need much explanation for what I'm doing. Because that's when you know you're really getting good, when you don't need much instruction from someone's mouth. You can just really see and then apply. So now I'm just going back in with the 3.5, and I'm going up and I'm just cleaning up right before I get to that parietal ridge, because we're going to get into some scissor over comb to clear that out. And I like using the scissors versus doing clipper over comb, because it just leaves a softer finish to the hair, and that's just what I prefer. So now I just grab the 2 and I'm going right underneath, and I'm just going, repeating the same steps. 3.5, 2, 1.5. Just repeating the same steps, cleaning up my work, making sure my canvas is clean. That's why I like detachables. You get a very clean cut straight away, unlike guards where you have to go over and over and over and over. But I've been fading with the detachables for years, so I'm very comfortable with it. It may seem like a foreign idea to you guys, but trust me, it's a lot easier than it may look. So now I'm just wetting the top of his hair, because we're gonna start lightening up that weight along the parietal ridge. Now we're gonna get into some scissor over comb. So I'm using my Samvia 7-inch scissors, and I'm just basically going straight up, creating a shape, a nice square shape, reducing some of that bulk. You see the steel blades sitting flat with the spine of the comb, and I'm just following it up, taking out not so much at a time. I wasn't trying to go for the gusto when I do scissor over comb, especially in a situation like this where not a whole lot has to come off. I don't like to go for the gusto right away. It'd be different if I were taking off 4 inches, 3 inches, then maybe, just maybe, I would take off more. But in this case, we're not taking off a lot. And now I'm just in the crown, and I'm just reducing some of this weight. You can see it sits heavy. So now I'm just taking these vertical partings, and I'm just going in and just reducing some of that weight that it sits heavy. And I'm taking really small sections, about an inch section, and as you can see, section it off, grab it, chop it. And you can see that I'm just connecting, you know, short to long, because you can see, as you see the hair that hangs out of there in some of the sections is really heavy. And you see that sits a lot better now. I was surprised. I thought he was going to get another crop top, which that's what you guys would have gotten. But when he took his hat off, he had a slick back. I was like, okay. And then he's like, yeah, I want to keep it. So I was like, huh, okay. It all works for me. All work is easy work when it comes to this stuff. So if you know your proper shapes, you know how to properly cut, you know what happens when you over direct, or what you're creating by over directing, finger position, all these things. Like, if you learn this stuff, which is very basic, you can get through most haircuts. It's pretty easy. So now I'm still doing more scissor over comb. I'm just refining. Like I said, I could use clipper over comb, but I chose to use scissor over comb because I wanted a nice softer look. I didn't want a harsh, blunt sort of look. I've noticed doing clipper over comb and scissor over comb that clipper over comb at times can look really defined and really harsh. And in some cases I like using the scissors, and it's actually really more often than not I prefer to use the scissors. You see here, just refining, see some dark areas, and I'm just attacking them. Just watch me work. I noticed, like with this GoPro, I have to stand behind the ring light, but the dilemma was I didn't want to get in front of the camera, the Canon. So that's part of the reason why some of the angles may look a little dark. I shot another haircut tutorial today using the GoPro, and it was a lot better because I could stand right in front of the ring light or right next to it, and I can get much better lighting. But I'm excited, guys, like just to give you guys some good content, just to spice up the channel. You know, I like trying to give you guys the best of me and the best that I can do. And I hope you guys like it. I hope you appreciate it. So as you see there, now we're gonna get into the edge up. He wanted to edge it up, so I was like, okay, cool. And I'm not taking too much off. I'm being very conservative with it. Not taking a whole lot off. Just nice and easy. Don't rush through edge ups, guys. That's the worst you can do, because that's how you're gonna mess somebody up. Really, it's really easy to mess someone up trying to speed through an edge up. Because what's gonna happen is you're gonna mess up, and then what's gonna happen is you're gonna have to spend even more time trying to fix it, which if you would have just taken your time in the first place, you would have finished even sooner. So very nice and easy, conservative edge up. I'm not going too crazy. So you can see this right here, the difference that makes in those hooks. And you see, I didn't take a whole lot off, guys. And I'm still gonna come back and refine this with the razor. So, and this is my guy here. He's a good model. His hair fades really well. It looks good in pictures and on camera. So now I'm just coming in here, lightly dusting the top with the thinning shears, just taking some of the weight off at the apex and the crown. I didn't take any off towards the front, but I just want to take some out there just to lighten it up a little bit. And now I'm just gonna refine it with the razor, just lightly taking strokes. I didn't use any shave gel or anything like that because I was using very light strokes, and his skin doesn't get too irritated from the razor. So sometimes I'll use shave gel, sometimes I'll do it dry. It just depends on the client. I definitely don't recommend it on every client, especially if they have dry skin, if they have a lot of irritation, especially if they have a lot of pimples. And we're almost finished with this haircut tutorial, guys, so I hope you guys like it. Any of the tools you guys see in this video, I will be leaving them in the description below, so you guys can cop that. There's also a shop Amazon link where you could buy anything you like. Then that just helps me and the channel. If you like the channel and you want to support, that's one way you could support. Use that shop Amazon link. You could buy whatever you want on Amazon. And you see, I'm using my I Do a Barber Deluxe Pomade, and I'm just styling it. And you can see it has a nice shine, it has a really nice hold, has a manly smell to it. And look at the way he came in, and look at him now. Totally different. So don't forget to share, like, subscribe, leave a comment on this video. Let me know what you guys think, and if you found this helpful, share with anyone else that you found that may find it helpful. But it's been your man, I Do a Barber, signing out. I'll holla.